Treasure Island, narrated by BrIan Blessed. Long, long ago, there lived a young boy called Jim Hawkins. His parents owned the Admiral Benbow, an inn near the sea where sailors often stayed. One day, a mysterious sailor named Billy Bones came to stay at the inn. He was tall, with a large scar across his cheek, and he dragged a heavy wooden chest behind him. He warned Jim to watch out for a sailor with one leg. Billy Bones spent most of his days walking along the cliffs, looking out at the ships. After one of his walks, he came back to find a blind man waiting for him. The blind man handed him a piece of paper with a black dot in the center of it. "The black spot! The pirates are coming for me!" gasped Bones, and he fell to the floor dead. Jim ran to tell his mother. Billy Bones owned the inn a lot of money, so Jim and his mother decided to open up his wooden chest. As they lifted the lid, they saw bagfuls of gold coins and a rolled-up piece of aged paper. Suddenly, they heard footsteps running up in the street outside. Jim grabbed a bag of coins and the roll of paper and fled with his mother to their old friend, Dr. Livesey. Dr. Livesey was having dinner with the squire, Mr. Trelawney, when Jim and his mother arrived. They listened to Jim's story and carefully opened the roll of paper to reveal a map. The map gave directions to an island with a red cross marking the location of a secret hoard of treasure. Mr. Trelawney and Dr. Livesey made plans to set sail for the Treasure Island and invited Jim Hawkins to come along as their cabin boy. They hired a ship and a crew, including the ship's cook, Long John Silver. Jim, who remembered Billy Bones' warning of a one-legged pirate, was wary of Long John Silver. However, Silver was so jolly and friendly that Jim soon became very fond of him. Late one night, as Jim climbed into the apple barrel to reach for an apple at the bottom, he heard angry voices nearby. Jim was surprised to hear Long John Silver hatch a plot with some of the other sailors to steal the treasure and hijack the ship. Jim waited until the coast was clear, then he rushed to find Mr. Trelawney and Dr. Livesey to tell them that Long John Silver and his friends were pirates and were planning to steal their treasure. They decided to keep this a secret and wait until the time was right to deal with the pirates. The next day, the lookout spied the Treasure Island and shouted, "Land ahoy!" Long John Silver and his men lowered a boat and rowed ashore. They didn't notice Jim Hawkins had crept into the boat until they reached the shore. Silver shouted to Jim, but he ran into the forest before anyone could stop him. As Jim wandered deeper into the forest, he saw a strange figure in tattered clothes darting through the trees. "Who are you?" shouted Jim.
"I'm Ben Gunn,"
the stranger answered.
"I was marooned here 3 years ago when the pirates buried the treasure."
As they talked, Jim heard gunfire in the distance. Jim and Ben Gunn ran through the forest back towards the beach, where Long John Silver and his pirates were fighting Mr. Trelawney and Dr. Livesey and the rest of the crew. Silver and his men were outnumbered and ran off, defeated. Later that night, Silver and his men crept back to steal the treasure map. Jim woke up and tried to stop him, but Silver grabbed Jim and ran off with him and the map. They followed the map to the Red Cross, which marked the spot where the treasure was buried. All they found was a big hole with a skeleton sitting in it. Gunshots rang through the forest, scaring away all the pirates except Long John Silver. He held his hands up and surrendered. Silver was taken to ship and locked in his cabin as the rest of the crew collected the treasure from a cave Ben Gunn had hidden it in. The treasure was shared fairly between all of the crew, and they sailed home from an adventure no one would ever forget. The end.